10% done. I forgot how fucking long this shit is. We're gonna be here forever. No. The fuck? No. Hi. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Um, Agree here because, like, it would usually be hard agree, but the problem is, like, I don't like limiting myself. I do like finishing something before moving on, but I also like multitasking at the same time, doing a lot of things. Actually, no, this is a slight agree or a disagree, I think. I do like multitasking and I do like doing a lot of things at the same time. Oh, let's finish one project before starting another. Like, I don't finish things. I leave things unfinished so that I can come back to it. I have something to look forward to later. So that's a disagree. You're very sentimental. Oh my god, lol. I mean, I can get very anxious, but I'm never sentimental. Actually, actually, this is a smaller disagree because I am sometimes sentimental because I'm also very retrospective. Mid agree, disgusting. I am very retrospective about things in my life, so I can get sentimental. But it's not sentimental, it's almost emulating the emotions so that I can learn from them. Because, to be perfectly honest, if I think back to my life, I don't really actually feel an emotion from my past. Like most people look back on their past and they feel regret, they feel anger, etc., etc. I don't really feel anything, you know. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Well, you see, I don't know what to answer here. If you're writing something, I should wait. Fucking hell. Modern technology is so difficult. Secondary. La এখনো লিখতাছে, the fuck? La এসে লিখতাছে। কি আবার ইন্টারনেট চলে গেছে আবার। What's happening? What do you mean? তুমি কিছু একটা লেখতাছিলে এই জন্য I stopped doing that and I started studying, man. Were you not writing anything? Because Messenger was telling me you were writing something. Guess I'll move on. List slightly agree. Okay, it's okay. So I do make schedules and lists, yeah. I don't always do it, but I do it. But I don't literally do it. I do it in my head because I remember everything. You know? Actually, no, that's a hard disagree because I don't like doing it. I try to avoid doing it, so I only do it when I absolutely, absolutely have to do it, when it's something important, or when I can't, when it's just inconvenient to not do it, because it limits my future, I feel like, and I don't want to, like, it feels like it takes away from my freedom. The fucking, the freedom of my tomorrow. Is that pretentious? Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Ooh, what do I answer here? That's an agree. But it's weird because I have disgusting amounts of confidence, so it shouldn't be an agree. But it's still an agree because I make a mistake and I just think I made a mistake in 15 other places because I overthink. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Yeah, this is an agree actually. Because I have the confidence that I can present myself as an interesting person to no matter who I'm talking to. So, yeah, if I find someone interesting, they're bound to find me interesting because I'm more interesting than they can ever be. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. Huh? If you are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works, that's an agree. So cocky this one's obviously. I have good reason to be, man. I can literally talk to anyone in the world and I would probably, you know, they would probably think, what the fuck, why is this man, why do I want to keep talking to this man, you know? This is an agree for me because I look at a creative work and I'm only interested in my own opinion. Like, I don't want other people's interpretations, their analysis, when I know that whatever I like, my first impression is always going to be much better than what they might think. No, that's different. We're discussing. That's just that's almost banter, Like, look at it like this. If I'm interested in what one singular person thinks, then that doesn't count for this question because this refers to various interpretations and analysis of creative works. Here I'm just interested in what one other person thinks. I'm not interested in what 15 other people might think about it. I'm not trying to write a research paper on it because, like, I already think that what my first impression on what I've consumed is likely to be the best possible opinion to have. Mostly because 90% of the time that's true, if not 100% of the time. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Um, if I choose disagree here, then I feel like I am doing someone wrong. if I if I if I choose disagree here, then there's a certain woman out there who I feel like I'm just, making fun of at this point. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. That's a mid agree. Um, I do like to force myself to do things sometimes, because that in and of itself is an experience. Not do what I want to do and do what I don't want to do instead. Makes what you do want to do feel better. What the fuck is this? Fairy Nightlands. Why have I. Why? Mid disagree. I like routine. I see. For me, it would be a hard agree, except I like doing things that I don't want to do sometimes. So that's a mid agree. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Hard agree. Big agree, anxiety bad. It's not because of anxiety bad for me. It's more like, I know I made the best impression physically possible, so why would I need to worry about it? You enjoy participating in group activities. Slight disagree. Bro. Anxiety. Do you have fat fingers? Can you not type? You enjoy participating in group activities. Well, you see, I do enjoy participating in group activities, but that doesn't necessarily mean I like group activities all the time. Because a lot of the time I feel like the group, what they are saying is always wrong. And like, if we were to be working towards a singular goal altogether, then I feel like it's just, if I were to be working alone, then I'd get more done than the entirety of the group. That's how I feel a lot of the times. That's why I don't like participating in group activities. But the dynamic of a group activity is still enjoyable for me until they start dragging me down, you know? You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Shouldn't I go for hard disagree here, because that just gives me so much pain? But it's an agree. Fuck me. I do like conclusive things, but at the same time, I like it when a book figures out how to let the reader also make conclusive endings to it. Because a lot of the times, books don't know. I like the pain. You can go fuck yourself. Um, a lot of the times, books don't know how to make things conclusive, like for the reader. Just because you've made the ending up in the air doesn't mean that the ending doesn't necessarily have to be conclusive. Whatever ending the reader decides on, the reader chooses, that can be conclusive as well. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Yeah, that's an agree. I don't really care about what I accomplish. I don't have ambitions or anything, but it's not like I feel happiness from what others achieve either. So actually, that's the middle. That's the fucking middle. I don't have ambition. I don't have any major like pleasure I get from watching others succeed, because I know that there is no point to the success either. So like, what can you do? You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Is there a slight agree? I am interested in a lot of things, but I don't necessarily struggle to figure out what I want to do next, because I'm also very decisive. Mid agree, FOMO. Okay. That's okay. That's forcing that fucking. That's so forced. Fuck you, man. You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to do. Try next. I am interested in a lot of things, but I'm also very decisive. So most of the time, I'm not indecisive about what to not start next. So I'm gonna disagree. Slight disagree. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worst. Hard agree. I have nothing to say about that. It's not just prone to worrying. It's just accepting that things will take a turn for the worse even when it's at its worst, because that's just how my life has been. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Hard agree, because okay, pessimists unite. Okay, dude, I'm just a realist. Come on, that's just how my life has been. I don't want to be a pessimist. Fuck you. uh so leadership roles in group settings. Obviously, I'm the best leader in any group presented, you know, but I like that feeling, that feeling I get from knowing, yeah, I'm better than all of these people could possibly be at leading, but I'm too fucking lazy to do it. It gives me a feeling of strength. So hard agree. You're definitely not an artistic type of person. Mid agree. I'm not artistic, man. I don't create. I don't feel like creating. I'm a thonker, not a creator. I mean, I can create if I want to, but that can be said for almost anything in my life. But I just, don't want to. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? That is untrue. You need both. You need people to both rely on rationality and also rely on their feelings, or else the world would just be fucked. So it's a hard disagree. Yes, really. I am the most rational person in the world, don't get me wrong. But you can't have a world where no one is impulsive. Then literally nothing would get done, first of all, because everybody has their own version of rationality, and the rationality of most people would imply they would either be horrid human beings, like that's how rationality goes for a lot of people, because they're not good at rationality. That's something you have to account for as well, because people are bad at things, you know. So their rationality would tell them that they have to be the worst person in the room to succeed in life for success oriented people. And that is how rational success oriented people think. But they fail to realize that if they are being the worst person in the room, then they can find success in their professional lives, but they can neither find success in their private lives or success in making themselves happier. That's the rationality that they lack. So even if the whole world were to be more pragmatic rather than idealistic, it's just it wouldn't be good. But at the same time, you obviously do need rationality. But in a world where everybody can have perfect rationality, everybody is just a perfect human being, everybody is like me. Even if we were to have a world like that, I can't say for sure that it would turn out well. It would likely be a disaster, because perfect rationality like that also comes with its issues, because you need dreamers. Like, the brand of rationality I'm talking about does not leave any space for dreams, because dreaming is just, that's not how you do. That just brings more pain. Sliding row. What you mean? Come on. I'm just saying, you do need dreamers. You need. I haven't taken the dig yet. I'm about to take the dig now. You need dreamers in this world. You need people to make stupid fucking decisions. Like, you need 100 stupid decisions to be made for one of them to go right. And that one decision that will go right will bring progress. That's just how it is. Okay. Here it is. Like, you can't. Okay, 100 bad decisions have to be made before one of them can result in a miracle and result in progress for humanity. The other 99 are bad decisions. The one that isn't, that doesn't result in absolutely fucking nothing, that's suddenly a good rational decision. But to get to that good decision, to get to the thing that fucking mostly just got lucky, you need to have 99 other bad decisions first, you know? So you can't just have everybody being rational, no one being impulsive. Of course, my brand of rationality comes with being decisive rather than impulsive or indecisive. But okay, I'm spending too much time here. I'm overthinking things too much. I'll move on. This is me thinking aloud. Do you see the kind of things I need to account for? Every direction I go, there's 15 fucking things I need to account for. Prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Agree, but at the same time, I do sometimes just procrastinate, but mostly I prefer to do that. You enjoy watching people argue. That's a slight agree, because you know, I enjoy watching people argue because it's fun, because like they're probably both wrong, and I could probably tell them both that they're wrong and enjoy myself, you know? That's like, you know, that's an part of amusement. But then they're both so wrong that I just get pissed off, and I just hate both of these people more and more, and I feel the absolute need to correct them and suddenly become the villain. But you know, you get the idea. I like the drama, but it also makes me anxious. Okay, dude, that's a very different take. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself hard. Actually, mid-degree. I accidentally end up drawing attention to myself sometimes, but I try to avoid it. Your mood can change very quickly. My mood can change very quickly, but mostly it doesn't. My mood changes with the situation. It doesn't just randomly fucking bounce around. So it's a mid-agree. No wait, mid-disagree. Your mood can change very quickly. Mid-disagree, right? You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. I do not. I have accepted the fact that not everybody is God. I've accepted that fact a long time ago. It does still annoy me, but I have accepted it. I don't lose patience. Patience is something I have an abundance of. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Do I know? Kinda true. Yeah. Kinda. Because I leave things for the last possible moment when I know I can get things done in like half an hour. Something that would take others 3 hours, it takes me half an hour. For example, this fucking thing, this question paper that I'm doing, this would take me like a total of like, this would take me 45 minutes to finish, which is why I've left it till fucking Thursday when I need to finish it by Saturday. So I kind of do end up doing things at the last possible moment, but that's not because it's like not calculated. It is kind of calculated, but at the same time, I do like to get no. It's not the last possible moment. It's like earlier than the last possible moment actually, because like I'm doing it right now rather than doing it later. I'm doing it on Thursday rather than doing it on Friday when I have to have it done by Saturday. So it's not doing it at the last possible moment, it's more doing it calculated. Plus, I don't like keeping things unfinished because it just brings me anxiety. It makes me feel like I shouldn't be enjoying myself when I have shit to do. So, yeah, that's a disagree. You have always been fascinated by the question of what if anything happens after death. No, actually. I don't care what happens after death. I just want to die. Nothing could be worse than this, other than reincarnation, I guess. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. When I'm in a bad place, I prefer to be around others. When I'm in a good place, I prefer to be alone. Slight agree. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Hard disagree. What the fuck? Theory is half my fucking life, man. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. I don't empathize in the first place. I find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from this. Like, I don't have empathy. Neither do I have sympathy. I have neither. So this would be a disagree. Like, I can still give them the answer. I can still somewhat relate. I can still, like, guide them through their problems, even if I don't empathize. But, like, I don't necessarily feel their pain. I can't share other people's pain. That's not how I work. I'd rather suffer with them. We suffer together. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. That's an agree. No, that's a slight agree, because I do like giving things as much thought as I possibly can, but at the same time I am also very decisive. So once I'm like, yeah, it's not physically possible for me to do anything more for this particular decision, I just done. So it's a slight agree, or should it be a slight disagree? Slight disagree. Yeah. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Hard agree. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Hard disagree. I'd rather be on my own and just recover. Rest and recovery. Is it little disagree to this one? I'm assuming. Hard agree. What the fuck? A lively social event is what you need after a long, exhausting week? This man is weird. I'd rather just sit in my bed and cry. You enjoy going to art museums. Hard fucking disagree. Why would you go to art museums? That's weird. I need to unwind, bro. Have fun. Why can't you have fun on your own? What the fuck is this man talking about? After a difficult week, I just sit back and I just start an album and I just start a cigarette, and I just, yeah, that's how I do things. First neutral, no feelings. You enjoy going to art museums. I don't like going to art museums, man. I'm not interested in art museums which don't necessarily like everything in an art museum is going to be surface level. Even if the artist is amazing, it's not going to get in depth in the work of the artist ever. That surface level art is not what I'm looking for. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Disagree. I don't have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I have a very easy time understanding other people's feelings. I have a hard time empathizing with those feelings. I have a hard time sharing their pain. But I definitely understand their feelings at all times. You like to have a to-do list for each day. May disagree. We've gone through this already. You rarely feel insecure. Mid-degree. I do sometimes feel insecure. You avoid making phone calls. I text people, man. Modern technology. Agree. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Okay, I do try to spend some time trying to understand views that are different from my own, but it's not to, it's not to change my own views, it's to reinforce my views. Once I understand why someone has those views, I can, also understand why those views are wrong. That's why I spend time trying to understand others. So that's agree. Actually, I don't spend a lot of time, so it's a little agree because I don't need to spend a lot of time because people are stupid. They don't have any depth to their views. In your social circle, you're often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Am I? This is neutral. I don't think activities happen in my social circle. It's either neutral or disagree because when activities are about to happen, I just decline. I try to decline at least a lot of the times. But this is generally neutral. I barely even have a social circle. Okay, big agree makes sense. Okay, how is it a big agree if you don't if there are no activities? Okay, technically I did start this activity, this quiz, technically. So there's that. You all have fun around here. What you mean? Okay, totally. Technically, I did start this quiz. This is an activity that I started, so slight agree, I guess. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Agreed. Actually, no, slight agree. Because depends on what the interruption is. Technically, I did make this TC. Great job, man. Keep patting yourself on the back. You are still bothered by it. Still doesn't change the fact that we don't fucking have activities. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Hard disagree. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence. Do I now? Disagree. Best thing I ever did. Great job, man. Keep patting yourself on the fucking back. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Hard disagree. You take great care not to make people look bad even when it is completely their fault. Mid disagree. It depends on how badly it's their fault. Biggest agree on what? What are you biggest agreeing on? existence, but it's saying you rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Agree would mean that you don't contemplate. Disagree would mean that you do contemplate. I'll just continue studying while you wrap your head around that. Pepika. New reading is part of. Too late. What do you mean? Just go back, man. Can't go back. You can just press this. Oh my god. Okay, I fixed it. Imagine. Alright then. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Agree. What do you mean where you go? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hi? Hello? Hi? Little disagree. With me, as I said, I just do everything all at once, you know? Okay. Because I don't really need to try with most things in my life, I don't bother giving an organized, consistent effort to it. I just do everything all at once. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Oh, that's an agree. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. That's also obviously an agree. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I do believe it's a waste of time somewhat, but at the same time, I do it anyway, so I have to just disagree here. What can I do? I mean, that's the point of philosophy. It's a fucking waste of time. That's kind of the point, though. That's a pretty fucking philosophical thing to say in the first place. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. I fucking dislike you. Hard disagree. North End, Andy. Man Station, Andy. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Hard agree. Sadly, I always know. Where are your answers, bro? Why have you just disappeared, bro? Little agree. Little agree to what? Job? You are too fast and furious, I see. I'm going fast because I need to finish this, then I need to study a little, then I need to shit, then I need to eat. I have a lot of things to do by the time it hits 9. So yeah. All the time anxiety so bad, okay. How someone be feeling, at first glance, how someone is feeling overwhelmed. Oh, you're at the next one. I say you often feel overwhelmed. Hard disagree. A slight disagree. I sometimes feel overwhelmed. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Slight disagree. I do things methodically without skipping over any steps, but sometimes I end up skipping steps without realizing it because I'm too good at it. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Slight agree. I'm not that intrigued. Little disagree. I see. So you skip every single step. Makes sense. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. No. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would I do that? Do I look like a socialist to you? Even socialists don't do that, man. That's just called being a cocklord. What the fuck? Little disagree. Alright. You struggle with deadlines. Hard disagree. I have never struggled with a deadline in my life. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Disagree. Your gender optional. This will determine your avatar in the results screen. Apache helicopter. Results. Let's see. I get logistician. Alright. What did I get last time? Let me check. I can ask a friend and she'd tell me what I got last time. I guess. Architect, logician. I did not get logician last time. I think. Okay, I did get logistician last time. Commander. Right, I got logician last time. Yeah, I didn't get logistician, I got logician. Yeah, that's the one. I got int p. Like every single time I took this fucking thing before this, I got int p. I know I got int p because a friend of mine made a big fucking deal about it, and she got inf p every time or some shit. Kind and altruistic people. Omega lol. Innovative inventors with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. That's what I always got. This time I got logistician. This is the first time I'm getting logistician. You got a commander. What the fuck kind of commander are you? Commander where? Commander. Bold, imaginative, and strong-willed leaders always finding a way or making Commander on his way to colonize Australia. Except it's already been colonized by so many Balis. Oh my god. I am more thonker. I'm more observant. I feel like observant mood should be much higher. I'm more judging. I'm more assertive. I should try to find what I got before. Every fucking time I got logician. Literally every time. Like my friend made a big deal about me getting int P every time. I took it once, like over the last 10 years, I think I took this quest like 5 times, and every time before this I got int P. So there's that. I shall stop the stream and go study now.